Hey everybody, this is episode 60 of Blazing Geeks. I'm Nick.
And I'm Rob.
And last week we saw, the first showing of Wolverine, or X-Men Origins Wolverine, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, let me put it this way. Since the last X-Men film, I haven't been looking forward to the spin-offs that 20th Century Fox announced. So, going into it, I had very little expectations.
Same. I had the same kind of thing. I wasn't expecting very much going into it. From the trailers, it looked like there was going to be a lot of meaningless cameos and a lot of, I don't know, over the top. It was going to be all CGI, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then we went and we saw the movie.
Okay. Initially, it wasn't god awful as I thought it was going to be.
No, it was better than I thought. Much better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, you never go wrong with Hugh Jackman. He's always good for acting.
Well, yeah, I mean...
You know what I mean? Like,
since the first movie, I mean, he is that character.
Yeah, and I really do identify with him and Wolverine. Like,
yeah,
it does work.
Like bread and butter,
I mean,
they just go together.
Yeah, I mean, like, he was the right choice, and it does work. What, you want to do the good, bad, ugly?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
that's usually how we do it.
Alright, let's do the good.
Liv Schreiber as Sabretooth.
Yeah, here's another thing I wasn't expecting very much out of. I didn't feel Sabretooth through those trailers with him. But then once we got into the movie and we saw how he acted and how he performed, I liked it a lot. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, he gave Victor, dimension. I mean, unlike Tyler Mane, who was just a dumb brute.
Oh, no, he was definitely an actor's Sabretooth. You know what I mean? Like, there was a personality there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good, Like, I thought it was just going to be, he was the obvious bad guy without any depth. And he wasn't. Yeah. He had a personality. He had reasoning.
Yeah.
He had
an appetite. He did care for his brother.
In his weird way, yeah.
But as the movie progressed, I mean, he gave in to his animal side,
right?
As Stryker puts it. I mean, right from the get-go. I mean, the opening credits. They show.
Those are the coolest opening credits I've seen in a while. It's them through all the different wars.
Yeah, Vietnam, World War II,
World War I, and the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that opposite order.
Well, yeah, we kind of didn't do that chronologically.
But yeah, I mean, really, really excellent. Like, perfect for an opening. You didn't want to spend time on it, but you did want to show it.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I almost imagine like a Captain America movie. The opening is when that last battle when he's frozen in ice or whatever happens, and then the credits show like the passage of time without him, like all the different wars and stuff that went on without a Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you see all our bloody American history since World War II, and then you start at the present.
Yeah, well, the Cap movie is going to take place in World War II. If you're going to do like a montage of him in ice, I think that's going to be in Avengers.
That'll be you're right. In Avengers, or it'll be at the end of
Cap's movie.
The end of the Captain America movie, like at those credits will be that. So he fights the Red Skull, right?
There hasn't been any news about that. Who the villain is going to be? Like, I mean, we're all just assuming it's going to be Red Skull.
I can't see it being any other.
It can't be Baron Zemo.
Well, it could. He could be in it. The thing is, if you're fighting the Nazis, and it's in World War II, and it's with Captain America, like.
Get his main
There
adversary.
seems no other choice.
Yeah.
All right, but we digress.
Yeah, we're digressing. Back to Wolverine. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, going back on the animal side, I mean, he was about to rape that chick, before.
Oh, in Vietnam, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a definite theme of man and animal, and especially because people like Wolverine and Sabretooth, who are more of an animal than the normal person.
Yeah.
That's a definite issue. Plus, you reflect on who's an animal in war. You know what I mean? You have to be like a beast in order to survive as a soldier.
Yeah. Well, the difference is Logan is, conflicting with that.
But Logan has a sense of right and wrong. A conscience, basically. Yeah. Where Sabretooth lost his conscience when he was a child.
Well, no, I think during the wars, as the movie goes.
Yeah, as the wars went on. Because also they have to deal with being alive longer than anybody else.
True, yeah.
And when they do that, and you're exposed to more and more and more repeating violence, of course you're going to start to lose your humanity.
True, exactly, yeah.
So that was an interesting theme to be explored. Which was good, because if they had themes in the movie, that means it was better than just a shallow flick. You know what I mean? Like, it was better than that, like we said. We were impressed.
Yeah. Well, initially I felt like there was no substance to it.
Back to the good. I think themes, and story. I think the story was good. I like the
Yeah.
story. I mean, also, I'm gonna throw this in good, and I don't know if you might put this in your bed, but I thought the cameos were good. I thought the cameos with the other characters served the greater story. Like, they fit into the plot line. It wasn't just like,
Let's
well,
just throw it in.
yeah, here, oh, look who's that is, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
like the different avenues that they took. Especially with the Blob, and like, which I didn't know was the Blob at first, and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was Strong Guy from X Factor.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really quite good, and I have to say my favorite cameo was Gambit. And it wasn't even a cameo, he had a small part.
Yeah, little.
Gambit
yeah,
was my favorite character, I think, in this movie.
Yeah, Tyler Kiddish from Lost fame.
Excellent. Yeah,
Got
so let's just
down
say
with
a
the
good
accent,
element
yeah.
was period Gambit. That was one of the good elements.
Yeah.
Like you were saying with the accent, they didn't overdo it.
No, well, no, he didn't overdo it.
No, I mean it was there was something there, a little bit of maybe Creole or something, but it wasn't like you know, like, he didn't sound like a French guy, like he just sounded like a guy, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, he had a cool look, but it still was reminiscent of Gambit. It didn't have a little head thing.
Yeah. No, he didn't have the '90s
No,
like headband thing.
And I guess maybe the coolest scene he was in was when he did the cards.
Well, yeah,
and
when he
blew
like,
Wolverine through the wall.
yeah,
Like when he was able to manipulate them and then fire them out, like with the energy.
and his stick fighting.
Oh, and his stick fighting. It was everything you wanted to see with Gambit. I'm not gonna lie, I want a Gambit movie now. That was so cool. I want to see.
Yeah, you're
Gambit.
not alone, Rob. There's people
I want
out
to see
there.
Gambit's story now.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, yeah, I definitely want to see that.
And there was some chemistry there between him and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he was good. He was better than I was expecting. And again, another plus. When you go into a movie not expecting much, and then you're impressed, like your expectations are exceeded, you tend to like the movie more, you know. So I'm definitely.
Well, no, I mean it had stuff that gravitated to me. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like it was better than I thought, you know. So I really enjoyed that. Other cameos. The one cameo I guess I wasn't so excited about was the White Queen.
Yeah,
She
because
was
they kind of
unneeded.
threw her in to be like,
Yeah.
oh, she was Silver Fox's sister, which it's not true in the comics. They aren't really related, and her powers are different too. Like
They didn't mention her telepathy, just her.
Silver Fox in the comics is basically Wolverine's equal. I mean, she has healing factor and all that. So.
Yeah, but they did that already with Lady Deathstrike.
You know.
So they couldn't do it again, you know.
Well, I'm just kind of jumping around here, going from good to bad, but I really felt they should have just had her, just had Yoriko, and just have that love story, and then at the end, like have her become the replacement and become Deathstrike. So it's like equally more tragic because he's fighting and eventually kills his love. So
good. You know what? I agree with you.
That would have been more stronger.
In the second movie, it was hinted at that they did know each other. It
Yeah.
had like that feeling, like they've met before, like all that other stuff, but he couldn't remember.
Yeah, but I guess.
And you know what? There is like a period of 6 years that wasn't explored. It was just 6 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who knows what he did during that time?
Yeah, but
Because
then
he had to make his way all the way from Africa all the way back to Canada.
Yeah.
So he could have gone anywhere. You know what I mean? Or done anything.
Yeah. Yeah, but they wanted to have like that Native American aspect to it.
Yeah,
and
to
the
justify
spirituality.
to justify the Wolverine.
They didn't explore it enough to me.
No, I thought they were fine. I didn't want to hear more about his origin of his name. Like it was
Well,
just
no,
like,
no, no.
like
It was
that
just like
moment, that lovey-dovey moment where
No, no.
blah blah blah, it's the Wolverine.
No. But I just wanted to I guess visually see that, like him, struggling with his dark side. So.
I think you saw it where he was told who did it and why. So just point me. Oh, when he's told like Sabretooth was the one that killed her, and he was like, "You just point me in the right direction," and blah blah blah. But then as he went and did, as he learned more information, he found out that Stryker was actually responsible.
And she was still alive.
And then when she was still alive, that bitch. And then he came back and helped her anyway.
Yeah.
That's when you knew.
Yeah.
When he came back to help her anyway, that's when you knew he was Wolverine. He wasn't like a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he made the moral choice to be like, you know what, I gotta save her anyway.
Yeah.
And there was still like a sense of love,
Yeah.
which they find during that whole escape.